Now, to say I was looking forward to this flight would probably be a complete lie. In fact, I've been pretty much dreading this flight since the day it was booked. You see, my lovely wife Rach thought it would be funny to see me suffer on this flight that I'm about to take today. I'm not sure I quite agree with her, but anyway, that's why I'm here at Manila Airport Terminal 3, about to take a flight on the world's most cramped aircraft. Hello. Hi. Thank you.
Boarding gate 111-235.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Now I've got my little yellow sticker on. Cebu Pacific have these Airbus A330s. They normally seat 300 passengers, but they're cramming 436 people on board them and sending them on these really long flights. And that's exactly what I'm doing today. I'd be heading to Dubai on the torture machine today on Cebu Pacific's longest flight. A 10-hour fun fest of games, pot noodles and DVT. But before I do, a big thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. More on their all-in-one website design and hosting platform later in the video. I wasn't thinking much to Manila Airport, that was until I found somewhere to get some lunch. Thank you. Of all the airports in all the world, I finally found one with a Kenny Rogers Roasters. How cool is this? I haven't been in one of these for donkey's years. I didn't even know they still existed, but here we go. Nice fried chicken with a bit of country music on the side. I didn't get long to eat my chicken, as Cebu wanted everyone at the boarding gate 90 minutes before departure. Perfect, thank you. They seat everybody by zone, and I was zone 8 at the front of the plane, so I was right at the back of the boarding gate. From here I got my first glimpse of the flying prison that I'll be spending the next 10 hours on. It's an A330-300 originally delivered to Cebu brand new in 2014. For once I was actually quite pleased that I was in the final boarding group, as it meant that I'd have less time sitting down on that really packed plane. But alas, it was all too soon until I was called for sentencing.
Thank you for waiting at this time. Cebu Pacific Airplane AJ14 for delay. Pacific Airplane AJ14. Police for air now boarding gate 111.
Okay, here we go. It was time to get on board, and I headed gingerly down the boarding bridge onto the waiting A330.
538.
Hello.
Here, sir.
Oh, this one here. Thank you.
Are you seated in the 16?
Okay, so on board. Chaos, absolute chaos. But I've got an exit road, so it's not too bad. Seat's a bit narrow there. I was starting to feel quite smug that I'd managed to bag an exit row. Maybe a little too smug, as the door was soon closed and robbed me of any legroom that I might have had. If the legroom was one form of torture, another was having to endure a horrendous remix of Dua Lipa's song One Kiss remixed as One Flight, on repeat, constantly.
On behalf of the captain of the crew, I'd like to welcome you on board this A330 Flight 5J014 bound for Dubai.
We soon pushed back and got on our way.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Angelo, and together my team, welcome aboard Cebu Pacific.
route today then took us west out of the Philippines to cross Cambodia and Thailand before crossing the Bay of Bengal into India. We crossed India flying north of Mumbai and crossing the Arabian Sea towards the Omani coast before commencing our approach into Dubai. Flight time today was 9 hours and 42 minutes, cruising at 34, 36 and 40,000 feet. I'd pre-ordered my meals on today's flight, and it wasn't long before the cabin crew started bringing them round. First meal today was this beef dish which I'd chosen on the website. It looked really good, but in reality it wasn't that great. So this aircraft then is wall-to-wall economy. Most airlines have around 300 or so seats. On the A330, Cebu have fitted 436 economy class seats to this in a 10 across configuration. That many seats across as well, it means that the seats are about 2 inches narrower than on any other airline flying the A330. It really is a packed plane. They really like to cram them full, but then the price they charge for these is incredibly low, and I'll tell you at the end of the video how much I paid for this, but it's really good value for money if you can stomach the discomfort of being 400 and something passengers in an A330. If you don't prepay for your meals as I did, you can get a selection of food and drink from the buy on board menu. It's pretty cheap, but there isn't a massive selection, and they only take cash in Philippine pesos or US dollars, so I was lucky I had a few dollars on me to get some water. You're also lucky if you don't die of thirst. They only came round a couple of times in the entire flight to sell drinks, so I made sure I stocked up on waters whenever they came round. Better still, take a packed lunch, which is what most of the passengers seem to have done. I was really proud of the Philippine passengers sat at the side of me. They'd managed to bring an entire KFC bucket meal on board. Hey, I thought that was my thing. Well, I'm already envisaging I'm going to get a few comments saying, oh, you're cheating because you're sitting in the exit row. For a start, the exit row seats are actually narrower than the others, which are pretty narrow anyway, so these ones are even narrower because they've got the fixed armrests. But also there's not any more legroom if you're in the window either, because the slide comes right out across the seats in front of you. And you're not allowed to put your feet up on there. I've tried it and got told off already, so you're still pretty tight even in these, but the other reason is that it means that I can get up, and I wouldn't be able to get up and show you the rest of the plane otherwise if I was stuck in a window with two people at the side of me. So now, about 2 hours into our flight, I've got no idea where we are. Don't ask me that, because there's no moving map display, there's not even any screens, let alone an in-flight entertainment system, so I've got no idea where we are, but we're 2 hours roughly after takeoff. The more eagle-eyed viewers amongst you may notice the hilarious t-shirt that I'm wearing. It was bought as a gift from my wife, Rach, to wear on this flight, so not that I don't feel daft enough anyway walking around wearing this, but never mind. I'm going to take a wander towards the back of the plane to get an idea of just how many seats are crammed into this thing. I mean, basic is not the word. There's no entertainment, there's no comfort, there's no Wi-Fi of course, there's nothing really. It's just a bog standard basic plane with a whole lot of seats inside it. So I'm going to take a wander down to the back of the plane and let's see just how many rows we can find and just how long it takes us to walk right to the back of this A330-300 with 436 passengers on it. Let's go and have a walk down. So then right down here at the back of the Cebu A330, all 436 seats are that way. Crazy.
Winner here in front.
Okay, now we're doing a competition on board.
Congratulations, the correct answer. This film is about a couple who met at a cruise ship. The stars stars Leonardo DiCaprio as Jack and Kate Winslet as Rose. Congratulations, the correct answer is Titanic. That concludes our fun game. Thank you for joining.
Walking through this plane, you really get a feel for how they cram them in. The seat pitch of 30 inches is the same as Ryanair, but the seats are an inch narrower than Ryanair's. This is bad news if, like me, you have an ample backside and long legs. Having endured the sole piece of in-flight entertainment, the fun game, I returned to my seat to watch some of my own entertainment. Out of the window there was more entertainment, of sorts, as I watched the sun go down over, well, wherever we were, I don't know. So I've watched a couple of Top Gears, Grand Tours, watched a bit of YouTube that I've downloaded to my phone. Thinking we might be quite a way through the flight, but I've just looked and we're only 3 hours in. Got another 6 hours left to go. Good lord, and it's getting really uncomfortable now. So we're now just over 4.5 hours into the flight and the sun's just going down out the window. Still absolutely no idea where I am. It's kind of the worst thing about this flight really, is there's just no idea where you are because there's no moving map or anything. It's like flying Ryanair for a 9-hour flight. It's starting to hurt a bit now as well, it's getting really uncomfortable. The seats are really hard, it's like sitting on a bench. So I'm getting a numb backside now. But we're halfway through, I think. Unless we've picked up a tailwind or something, which of course we don't know. So a bit of an update. We're now 5 hours and 30 minutes into this flight on this awful aircraft. Oh my god. This flight is just tedious, man. Absolutely tedious. The hard seats are just kind of the beginning of it. Yes, they're really uncomfortable. My backside is like so sore from sitting down on them for so long. But then there's the fact that there's no entertainment, there's no flight map, there is no Wi-Fi, there is no food service. They don't come around with food or anything. Just the most tedious thing about it is that I've got no idea where I am. I just know that I'm somewhere between Manila and Dubai, and we're 5.5 hours. I'm imagining that we're probably somewhere. I mean, it was about 5 hours to Nepal from Dubai when I did that, and we've got 4.5 hours left to run. So I imagine we're probably coming up towards the coast of like Iran or somewhere like that, maybe over the sea potentially. And in fact, you know what? I'm going to do a bit of a challenge now. It's 1:20 UK time right now, so I'm going to, when I edit the video, I'm going to see where we were at 1:20 and see just how close I was. Are we actually coming up to the coast of Iran, or is it going to be even worse? Oh, please don't let it be worse than that. Except it was worse. Much worse, actually. In fact, we were only just crossing the east coast of India at this point, let alone being over the Arabian Sea going towards Iran. And to make matters even worse, the cabin was now in total darkness. I didn't even have the entertainment factor of watching the other passengers anymore. Things were looking grim. Well, slightly grimmer than they were anyway. Things brightened up slightly when the cabin crew emerged to do another meal service. This time I had the Pinoy spaghetti, which wasn't too bad. Well, actually, on second thoughts after looking at it again, yeah. So update, oh god, this is grim. But this bathroom is just bloody grim. It's like nearly 3/4 of the way through the flight now. Good lord. This is minging. 2 hours left to run now till we land at Dubai. I've still got no clue whereabouts on planet Earth we actually are. I think I was wrong earlier because I didn't see any lights, and we had like some lights appeared out the window and then they disappeared again, so I have no idea. We're over the sea, I believe, or over a load of cloud, one way or the other. We've still got 2 hours left, so who knows whereabouts on planet Earth we are on
We
this.
shall roll out our fun cafe snack bar. Be
Thanks.
sure to check out the menu card found in
sure.
your seat pockets. Cebu Pacific merchandise items will also be available shortly after our snack service.
Perfect, let's get some Cebu Pacific merchandise to remind us of this terrible aeroplane to ride on. So yeah, 2 hours left, and that's like a flight to Spain, isn't it? So think of it like that, Mandy, not too far to go. Just cannot wait to step off this thing. By this point in the flight, the cabin was now like the end of a disaster movie, with bodies strewn across seats, and the narrow aisles now even trickier to negotiate. When I eventually reached my seat though, there was some welcome news.
International Airport, where we expect a touchdown at a time of 30 minutes past 9 in the evening. The time now in Dubai is 8:51 p.m. We hope you had a pleasant flight with us tonight. We'd like to wish you a nice day in Dubai. Thank you for choosing Cebu Pacific, and we look forward to welcoming you on board in the near future. Thank you, and good evening.
With that announcement in mind, it's time to talk about this video's sponsor, Squarespace. Squarespace make it super easy to set up and host a website. This isn't like the old days of the internet where GeoCities gave you a simple website that you've filled with animated GIFs. Squarespace really do have this nailed. Squarespace can handle it all, from the domain name to your design to the hosting, social media links, optimise your SEO, search engine optimization, and building an online storefront, you know, for selling really cool merchant. Best part is Squarespace are offering you a free trial and 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain by visiting squarespace.com/NoelPhillips and using coupon code NoelPhillips. We started our descent towards the welcoming lights of Dubai.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cebu Pacific, welcome to Dubai.
Now it's time to talk about that price. Including the seat allocation and the pre-booked meals, this ticket cost me the grand total of £135.20p. For this flight of over 4,000 miles and 9 hours long, it works out to just 3p per mile. And this wasn't even the sale price, it's the normal price. For this price, you can't deny it's a super economical way of flying. Thank you.
Thank you.
Finally, after over 10 hours sitting on this tubular prison, I was free. The air felt good, my legs started to work again, and ahead of me stood the luxury of Dubai Airport, beckoning me with its golden shiny arms. So then here at Dubai, after what felt like the world's longest flight with Cebu Pacific. I mean, I've done 17, 18 hour flights in economy before, and they didn't seem anywhere near as long as that one. It was just horrendous. Let me know what you thought to Cebu Pacific down in the comments below. Would you fly them, even if they were that really cheap price from Manila all the way over here to Dubai? Let me know down in the comments. But in the meantime, as always, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you next time.